Hello bearded bee people, welcome back to B&K Bees. Today I'm out doing some early winter assessments, trying to figure out what these bees are going to need. Some of them might need upper entrances because I didn't have, all that many upper entrance shims or inner covers with upper entrances. Some of them are going to need to be fed, some of them, may be queenless or whatever. I'm just trying to figure out exactly where these colonies are at so that I can make a plan for the next month or so. So I'm going to get into this one. It says there on the tag, good on August 3rd. It's August 27th now, so hopefully that is still true. I believe I've been into it since then. Just didn't write anything. But I could be wrong about that. Does look pretty good. Okay, just a tiny little bit of honey on that first one. This one has a little bit more, not a whole lot on that side. So these are going to need food, I can tell you that now. Even though it's goldenrod time, and they could fill this whole box up on goldenrod depending on how that flow goes. But most likely they will need food. So we have a good sign that we're queen right. Eggs. There's a pretty obvious sign that we're queen right as well. A good looking frame of brood. Beautiful frame of brood. Similar story on the flip side. Nothing but larvae. Similar story on that side. Larvae all over the place. Boy, that looks good. There's going to be a lot of winter bees in this hive. Okay. Very cool. It's pretty light, which isn't very cool, but being a single, and the fact that it was a single all year round, I mean, it lended a lot of brood frames for us for our nuke production. So they didn't have a whole lot of an ability to store excess food because they were always trying to play catch up. So because I utilize these bees like that, I'm going to end up having to feed, because you can't get everything from bees and still expect them to do well over winter. I mean, you can't steal all their resources all year and then expect them to still survive. So because I was stealing brood frames all year round, up until July, they never really had the ability to build up the workforce to the level where they could start storing stuff en masse. That, and I didn't give them the extra room, so even if they were starting that, I would have had to have removed those frames so that they could maintain a larger nest. So, that being said, I will have to feed them. I will utilize the Hillbilly hive top feeder method and probably just put a 5-gallon bucket up top above the inner cover. I guess I can talk about that a little bit right here, because I happen to have a sitting bucket that is a good analogy. Okay, so this inner cover has an upper entrance, so that's a major portion of my overwinter checklist. It's great for allowing the bees to be able to get out even if the bottom entrance is clogged with dead bees and wax cappings, and it also allows for an area for the moist, warm air to exit, kind of reducing or eliminating the threat of condensation in the hive, which can be really problematic. So that is checked off of the checklist. But the Hillbilly hive top feeder, I did a video just a second ago, or a few minutes ago, about the baking pan idea, using the aluminum baking pan up above the inner cover. But another method that works really, really well is a 5-gallon bucket up above the inner cover. Now, of course, you'd put a stick or 2 sticks to kind of levitate this up above that so it's not sealing off that hole there. But you'd have a stick there so they could get up and around it, and then you'd have holes drilled in these little reservoirs. When you turn the bucket over, it creates a vacuum here, keeping the syrup from overflowing, and the bees can kind of crawl up and around and drink it at their leisure. You can put, obviously, up to 5 gallons of thick syrup on there, which is usually all you need. You know, if you're doing supplemental feeding in the fall, a 5-gallon bucket will really get you usually to where you need to be. So that's probably what I'll be doing here, you know, within the next week or two on this hive and many others out here. But that's the idea. So, as I've been saying in a lot of other videos recently, my gig in the off season is making websites. If you guys need a website, a mobile application, a desktop application, or any really help branding your business on the internet, please hit me up or go to bkbsites.com. That's what I do all winter, and that's another passion of mine, and so I'd love to help you out with whatever it is you need. So thanks for watching. Get out there and have some fun with your bees. See ya.